Welcome to Kids A Cookin', where kids come first and cooking is fun. I'm Karen, and today I have Keenan helping me in the kitchen. Tell us something about yourself, Keenan.
I'm 12 years old.
So you're in what grade?
7th.
Do you like to cook at home?
Yeah.
Have you ever baked bread?
Once or twice, I think.
Once or twice? Well, this is a real easy recipe. It's a lot of fun to make, and it amazes new and experienced cooks alike when they make it. It doesn't look like it could possibly be right as you chop it up and the fruit mixes into the dough, but it comes out of the oven looking great and smelling delicious and tasting wonderful. Let's get started.
Okay.
Now, be sure you wash your hands before you start at home. We've already done that. For this recipe, you will need a 1-pound loaf of frozen bread dough that has been thawed already. This is how it looks after it's already thawed. You can go ahead and dump that into our 9x13 pan or glass dish here. You're going to need to pull it out. It's kind of sticking.
Yeah.
And you'll want to grease your dish before you put your dough in there. Now you're going to use your hands to just flatten it out. You take that side because sometimes you have to really work to stretch it, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be neat. We just want to divide it out a little bit so we can fill it up with good stuff. Kind of lumpy, isn't it? Now we're going to make our filling. We're going to start with 1 egg. Think you can crack an egg in that dish for me?
Yeah.
We always crack it into a separate dish so that if you get some eggshell or something in there, you don't get that in your recipe. But you look like you did a perfect job, didn't you? Go ahead and throw that in the trash. And then you can put your egg in this dish. We're going to combine this with 1/2 cup of sugar, and 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Have you measured cinnamon before out of a can?
Yeah.
You just want to insert it and make sure you level it off like that so you get an even measure. There's one. You can do another one. Cinnamon makes bread so good always. You have to have cinnamon. We have our 2 teaspoons cinnamon. Then we have a 1/2 cup of raisins. These have been rinsed or soaked and then rinsed. You just want to let them sit in water for a little bit, and that plumps them up and makes them better. So that's a 1/2 cup of raisins. And then we're going to add 1 cup of fruit cocktail. This has already been drained. You'd want to let this sit for a little bit so it doesn't get too much liquid in there. You want to add that?
Okay.
It doesn't have to be exactly 1 cup. If your can is a little bit more or less than that, that's okay. You could also use a variety of fruits. It doesn't have to be fruit cocktail. If you happen to have some peaches left over or some pineapple or whatever you want to put in this, you can. Now we're going to stir that up just so it makes a goopy mixture. Now the fun part comes. You ever done any karate?
Yeah. Well,
We're going to do some chopping. Are you ready? Okay, we're going to dump this in the middle of our bread.
Okay.
And then we have to kind of fold each corner up over, just so it's inside there a little bit. Can you peel it up there? Oh no, you made a mess. Guess what? It's okay. This is really messy. So you're just going to take this and start chopping it up. You want to chop all the dough up as much as you can, okay? Get tough with it. You can also use a pizza cutter for this, anything that would chop good. Okay, now we need to just spread that evenly out into the pan a little bit. Let's see if we can spread it out. And after you cover the whole bottom of the pan, you just want to cover this and let it rise again until it's double in size. Now we have one we've already done. Believe it or not, this is what it looks like after it's risen. And this is ready to go into the oven. Now the egg in this recipe is combined with sugar, and that allows the mixture to safely sit at room temperature for the time it takes for the dough to double in size. After it's done that, you want to bake in a 375-degree oven for 18 to 20 minutes or until it's golden brown. We have some that's already been baking, and it smells really delicious, doesn't it? Want to give it a try?
Okay.
Let's do it. Canned fruits are great foods to have on hand. They help us create quick salads or desserts or even snacks. Take advantage of store specials and buy canned fruits when they are inexpensive. They can be stored in cool, dry storage for up to a year, so you can always have some on hand to help you and your family reach 5 a day. 5 servings of fruits and veggies each day for health. Canned fruit adds important nutrients to our diets, especially vitamin A and vitamin C. There are many creative ways to work canned fruit into meals and snacks. Add pineapple to chicken salad or orange pieces to a crisp green salad. Drain fruit cocktail and add it to pudding or yogurt for dessert or salad. Watch for ways you can put more fruit in your family's day. It will add interest and flavor and good nutrition too. We're ready to try our fruit basket upset. Let's go ahead and give it a try.
Okay.
Be sure you let your bread cool a little before sampling. The fruit and syrup will hold heat and could burn if you taste it right out of the oven.
This is really good.
For more information about this recipe and helpful hints to make cooking easier, visit our website, kidsacookin.ksu.edu. And when you do, check out our We Need Your Help section. We'll see you next time on Kids A Cookin'.